About 700 pharmacies across Ontario are administering COVID vaccines. Hauser Pharmacies in Dunnville is one of them.
We're tightening our schedule. We're doing like one every 5 minutes.
The number of clinics is expected to grow.
Phase one happened in March with the initial pilot with 327 pharmacies. Since then, we've added another 370 stores who received supply last week, and we expect that they will be out of their initial allotment next week. Now, we are in phase three this week of adding an additional 700 approximately pharmacies.
This Remedies is located in a hotspot on the escarpment and just found out its application had been granted, but they weren't notified personally.
In the news, actually. It was in the media before we were aware. It was a little bit confusing. Patients calling us, wondering if we're doing it, and we didn't know.
After watching the news on Monday and finding out that they'll be handing out the vaccine, the pharmacy received 100 vials of AstraZeneca this morning. However, they don't have the proper equipment to administer the drug.
We know that we're getting them. I'm just not sure. Hopefully tomorrow by the end of the week.
Phil Hauser says some of his deliveries are often met with a delay, with the equipment showing up 1 to 2 days later. CHCH reached out to the province to explain why vials and equipment aren't shipped together, but didn't get a response in time for this report. Jabbing people without the proper equipment isn't the only challenge. Hesitancy around AstraZeneca is another obstacle.
Johnson & Johnson, AstraZeneca, there's a lot of kind of the media out there just saying things like causing clots and things like that, right? So a little bit of hesitancy from patients.
There's definitely more of a conversation that we have to have around the AstraZeneca than we do with the Pfizer and Moderna one. However, I think that there's still a large part of the population that still wants to get vaccinated regardless.
Both Alicia Lavji and Hauser say the best vaccine is the one that's first available. The Pharmacy Association, along with the pharmacists themselves, are advocating that they're also allowed to administer Pfizer and Moderna vaccines, claiming that they have the deep freezers to store the drugs. Alberta and Nova Scotia pharmacies already administer all three approved vaccines.